Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something really important: how to recognize signs of depression. It's something that affects a lot of people, and understanding those signals can make a big difference. Let's talk about this in a way that's easy to understand. If you're ready to learn and help others, stick around. And don't forget to hit that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's spread awareness and support each other. All right, let's get started. There are typical symptoms and core symptoms of depression. First, let's talk about typical symptoms. Let's talk about the first sign: depressed mood. This is when someone feels really down or sad for a long time. It's like those gloomy days we all have, but imagine that feeling hanging around much longer than it should. We all feel sad at times, but if it sticks around and makes life tough, that's when we want to take notice. Loss of enjoyment. This is when someone loses interest in stuff they used to love. Imagine your friend who loved playing video games suddenly not wanting to touch the controller, or your buddy who enjoyed cooking not even wanting to boil an egg. It's like the joy gets drained out of the things that used to make them happy. Reduced energy and decreased activity. Picture this. Ever had those days when even getting out of bed feels like a superhero task? Well, imagine feeling that way almost all the time. It's like the energy tank is running low, and even everyday activities become a bit of a challenge. Now let's talk about core symptoms. Reduced concentration. Have you ever tried to focus on something, but it feels like your mind is playing hide and seek? Well, with reduced concentration, it's like that game happening in your head all the time. Simple tasks become a bit trickier, and staying focused becomes a bit of a challenge. Reduced self-confidence. Imagine feeling like you've lost your superhero cape, that inner belief in yourself. It's like your self-esteem took a bit of a hit. Everyone has tough days, but when that confidence takes a nosedive and doesn't bounce back, it might be a sign we need to pay attention to. Feeling guilty and unworthy. Ever had that nagging feeling like you did something wrong, even when you didn't? Now, imagine carrying that weight of guilt and feeling like you're not worth much. It's like having a backpack filled with rocks of self-doubt. Negative thinking. Have you ever noticed that little voice in your head that sometimes says not so nice things? Well, with negative thinking in depression, it's like that voice turns into a bit of a loud critic. Imagine seeing everything through a gloomy lens, where even positive things can seem a bit gray. Reduced appetite. You know those times when you're just not feeling hungry, maybe skipping a meal? Well, with reduced appetite in depression, it's like that, but more persistent. Imagine not having much interest in food, even if it's your favorite meal. Reduced sleep. You know those nights when sleep seems to play hard to get? Well, with reduced sleep in depression, it's like that, but on repeat. Imagine struggling to get a good night's rest, tossing and turning with farts that just won't quiet down. Ideas of suicide or self-harm. This is a really serious one. Imagine feeling so overwhelmed that thoughts of hurting yourself enter your mind. It's like a storm of dark thoughts that can be incredibly distressing. As we wrap up our exploration of depression signs, let's understand how these signs can indicate different levels of depression. Mild depression might show up with at least 2 typical symptoms, like persistent sadness, and at least 2 core symptoms, such as a loss of interest. Moving into moderate depression, you might notice at least 2 typical symptoms and at least 3 core symptoms, adding a layer of complexity to the experience. For severe depression, it encompasses all 3 typical symptoms, like reduced energy, and at least 4 core symptoms, intensifying the impact on daily life. Recognizing these levels helps us understand and support those navigating through different shades of depression. Remember, depression is a complex battle, and understanding it goes beyond simple explanations. Let's foster empathy, lend a listening ear, and break the stigma surrounding mental health. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of those struggling. Reach out, connect, and let compassion be our guide. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking the time to learn about the complexities of depression. Your awareness and compassion make a difference. If you found this video helpful, please share it to spread awareness. Remember, we're all in this together. Take care and be kind to one another. If you found this information valuable, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing with those who might benefit, and subscribing for more content on mental health awareness. Your support helps us reach more people and create a community dedicated to understanding and compassion. Thank you for being a part of this journey.